Boys, I got the wrap color right here in my hands. Are y'all ready to see it? Man, we got convict looking mint. Just gave her a full interior detail, and we are packing out for the day, boys. Our office is coming with us. Guess I didn't grab my keys. These sure are helpful for trying to start up your truck. Who would have thought? Milwaukee's excited to get to work.
It is. That makes one of us.
So we got a ton of stuff to get done today, guys. We're actually headed over to...
Dude, that was a big old gobbler.
Yeah, I got a bunch of gobblers on my property.
Sorry.
Spring gobblers calling our name, boys, to say the least. But before Jake had gotten overly excited about the gobble, so we got a ton of stuff that we got to get done today. First, starting off with Sarge. We're actually on our way to Accelerate Auto right now. My friends, welcome back to Accelerate Auto. Day 2 on the Sarge build. We are back here. Last video, we pulled off basically the whole front end and the whole back end. We got the taillights off, rear bumper off, mirrors off, side F450 badges removed. But we are back this morning to go into phase 2 of the removal. Today, we are really getting this thing fully stripped down and getting prepped for the wrap. Spoiler alert, we are not going to be doing the wrap in today's video. Rather, I've got another really big surprise for you guys that y'all have been very anxious for that's going to be happening later, so you're going to want to stay tuned. Let's get started, boys. There they go, boys. One of the many pieces that are on their way down to Peach Bottom Auto Body. In another video, we are going to be tripping down to see our main man, Paint Matt Sean, and he's going to be hooking us up to help us color code these components. Just a little spoiler alert, we are deleting the chrome on Sarge. You guys are going to see why when this thing all comes together. It is very much an orchestration of multiple components and service providers, Brody being a massive component here at Accelerate Auto, who's going to be championing the wrap. Coming around the side here, we have the world's first, to my knowledge, single body style F450. Yes, it has the GVWR towing abilities of an F450, but it looks like a very confused crew cab long bed F350.
That right there is what we call OEM stance.
It's thick with 2 C's. Thick. 1 C representing each tire.
I mean, that's a good way to get wheel poke without having to buy rims.
It's cost effective. These trucks aren't cheap, man. You know, we're talking mid $85,000 price range. Why go through the ag of buying $10,000 wheels when you can just delete a fender for free?
Right.
Don't even be meticulous removing it. Just rip it off.
Weight reduction.
Exactly.
So it's going to be faster, more fuel efficient, and you have stand. Yeah, I think we're going to leave it like this.
Here's a good look at how the F450 differs from that of the 350 single wheel or 250 single wheel. The front fenders have all of these locations for clips and tabs to actually clip in with that notorious F450 fender flare, which is sitting in the back. It's really crazy how narrow this truck looks now that it doesn't have the fender flare on it anymore. That fender flare adds a good 3 inches. And then coming around the backside here, same thing. It's kind of an interesting configuration of fastening. You have riv nuts that are here in the side of the aluminum body. You've got bolts that are actually on the backside of those fender flares and an assortment of clips. Here you can see our running lights. They actually have them wired up to the outside part of the truck. We wanted to pull every single component off of this thing to give it the best wrap adherence and quality possible. We even went as far as pulling off the little chrome pieces here off of what is the tailgate handle bezel. As you guys know, the platinum badge has been missing from the last video, and we even pulled off the door handle covers. Now, the last thing that we have to do to really prepare the front and rear bumpers is actually strip these things down. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Got everything loaded up, boys. Say goodbye to the chrome.
Where are we taking that?
Down to Peachy Commons.
Chrome Delete King.
The Chrome Delete King. Step to the back. Boys, I got the wrap color right here in my hands. Are y'all ready to see it? It's badass. What do you think? Is it gonna look like 12 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10?
It is going to look infinite out of 10.
I have not seen a truck ever done in this color, mind you. You guys ready to see this? You guys ready to see this? Right here. Should I show 'em?
Yeah.
I probably should show him. Right?
Yeah, show him.
Probably the right thing to do.
It would be the right thing to do, yeah.
You guys ready? I want to sit down for this one. Here it is.
Are you sitting?
You're sitting down?
Just give him a second. All right, they should have found a seat by now.
Yeah, you would know.
If not, crisscross applesauce.
You would know.
That's
You would know
plenty of time
finding
to find a
seats.
seat. Yeah.
Ready, guys? I ain't showing y'all right now. We just can't do that yet. All right, guys, so we're finally back at the shop now. We've got everything taken care of with Sarge. We talk about Lucifer real quick and the fact that one of you is going to be taking that truck and $30,000 home. Look, guys, your chance to earn 10 times the normal entries is ending this week for that truck, so consider getting entered if you want a chance to take it and 30 large home. Just in case you need the reminder, look at the front end on this thing. In the reflection? That's the big question. So guys, today's video is probably going to be part one of 2 parts of installing the 4.5-inch PMF lift kit on Convict. We all collectively have waited long enough to make this happen. Finally, we just got to decommission the truck for a few days to get it done. Not really sure exactly how long it's going to take, but it's pretty involved. We're going to have to take the whole front end of the truck apart to get the 3-link installed, some of the associated drop bracketry, the shocks, the coil springs, the track bar, etc. And the back end is pretty much going to have to come apart because we've got the leaf spring spacers, we've got the traction bar, the associated mounting hardware, etc., etc. So we are just on a 450 tangent lately. I'm gonna shut up now. Let's get the truck inside and start this process up. Boys, this is gonna be the last time you see Convict in the version 1 form. For all you guys that really love this setup, I can stand with you. I absolutely loved it myself, but really good things are on the horizon. Damn, this thing's thick as hell. You got room over there. Not a lot, though. Not much room to spare, though, my friends. Oh, my God. Probably about right there. All right, guys, so let's jump into a little memory refresher here. We've got our 2020 Platinum, a.k.a. Convict, because it got repoed, but we got it back. That up on a really nice suspension. To any of my current or aspiring F450 owners, if you're looking for the best in terms of form and function, it's this setup right here. It is a 10 out of 10, and I would recommend. We're looking at a 24-inch American Force dually style up front, 24s in the rear, concave, of course, and then we were rolling around on a ridge grappler, which I absolutely love. This tire, these are the first set of ridge grapplers I've ever owned, and I'm very impressed. They're quiet, they look aggressive, they handle well in wet, dry, and even snowy conditions as we had this thing out ripping around. I'm really, really impressed. I'm going to miss this tire because going over to the ridge grappler, I'm going to inherit, yes, a little bit more of an aggressive look, but I think that's all up to personal opinion because they both look very aggressive, but I am going to inherit some more noise. These are 315/70/24s, and I have full turn radius on a 2.5-inch Carly leveling kit. We've got the Carly leveling spring with the Carly leveling shocks. We've got the Carly adjustable track bar that mounts up to the factory drop track bar bracket. It's a very, very simple setup. Turnkey got us where we wanted to be for the interim.
Nice rhyme.
Thanks, dog. So I've run this setup now for probably about 2.5, maybe 3 months, and I give it a 10 out of 10. I've absolutely loved it, and I'm going to miss it very much. The whole polished look with the chrome on the truck, all being factory body and aesthetics, worked out really, really well. But this is the starting line for what will be Convict version 2, and you guys are gonna finally see my vision for this truck as my personal build take place. For those of you that are curious, we've got a tri-coat powder coat that is very, very similar to the actual color of the truck. Trevor at PMF absolutely knocked it out of the park. Really We're talking paint to powder coat matching perfection right here. Look at that big old 33. Woo, boy. The work is about to begin, my friends. Let's do it. Hell yeah, dude. 3-point arms are shakalaka, bro. right, guys, little status update for you. We've got the 3-link installed. I really like this setup. It's actually the first 3-link that we've ever installed. Typically, you'll get a frame-mounted radius arm drop bracket. So you'll install your upper radius arm to the top bolt, the factory bolt typically. Then the bracket will actually drop down, and then you'll install your lower radius arm. But in this instance, it takes 2 to 1, which is pretty slick. Very minimal looking setup, and that white matches the exterior. Oh, so good. You guys can see we're taking full advantage of the light we're getting from the 20 LED rock lights that we've got installed in this thing. As we make progress with the front diff cover that's now installed, we've just got to get a little bit of fluid in there and we'll be off to the races. Driver's side radius arm is installed. Everything is just loose for the time being. That brings us to our current project, which is reassembling the King coilovers that are going to go in place of what we had in, which was the Carly coil springs. You can see those suckers are massive. We're actually going somewhat down in size for the King shock. So we've got one installed through the painstaking and ever so tedious process of actually compressing the lower spring, aka this one right here, to get the bottom coilover perch back in its place. Yeah, there's a lot of compression that is needed. As you guys can see, we actually have to get this bracket in here, so we have to compress the spring a good 2.5 inches. So we made progress on that one. We're not going to have time to get to any of the other stuff today, unfortunately, on the vlog, because we are pretty much out of time for today. But here it is, guys. This is Convict version 2 in terms of suspension and wheels, and the whole process is underway, my friends. Yeah, Jake brings up a really good point. This is truly the first time that we've ever had a complete suspension truck overhaul right here before us. It's pretty cool because we're getting acclimated with all the parts and what they look like off the truck. So now we're really letting our imaginations run wild and free, because we can only envision what it's going to look like on here. So that's where we're going to throw a cork in this vlog, guys. Thank you as always for watching. Grab your 10 times entries before they end this week for Lucifer and $30,000 in cash. Hit that subscribe button, like button, and notification bell if you haven't already, and we will see you all in the next upload.